Days are fun and enjoyable, but if you get too carried away, you could make a trip to the hospital. Joining us today is Dr. Sondrup to talk about keeping yourself healthy during the season. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Welcome. Thank you.
Yes, so tell us about it. We were just talking about how alcohol is the #1 problem during the holidays. Lots of parties, and sometimes you get a little bit carried away here.
Absolutely. So, big problem happens when people drink too much, and Las Vegas and New Year's is a recipe for drinking too much. Very often we see people in the emergency department who are there simply because they're too intoxicated to walk, or they're too intoxicated to find a way home. Happens a lot with tourists, but it does also happen with locals as well. That is a very expensive way to spend your holiday season. But you know, also with alcohol comes certain illnesses, GI-related illnesses. A lot of people who end up vomiting and having all sorts of abdominal pain because they ate or drank too much.
So basically the key here is just to know your limits.
So definitely moderation is part of the solution. If you eat less and drink less, unfortunately that's the recipe for success in everything. But over the holidays it certainly will help you to avoid an unnecessary hospital visit.
That's really important. Now, eating and drinking is just one aspect of the holidays, but there are also other things that we need to keep in mind here. And then there's the emotional stress that comes with the holidays too. What would be your best advice for folks who are dealing with that?
So one of the problems with the holidays also is depression, suicidal thoughts and feelings. For whatever reason, the holidays are great for a lot of people. People that have strong social support, people that have family in town. But for other people, they don't. And for other people, depression is a big problem around the holidays. Recommendations that I have: if you're having problems, if you're having thoughts of harming yourself, get help. Go to an emergency department. Call a helpline. Certainly can help save a life.
And it's always important to know that there are resources out there.
Absolutely. There are plenty of resources.
Yeah, and we were just talking about this. I feel like this season is really, really bad for the flu. I don't know if it's just me, but you were just saying.
That is correct. In fact, far worse than alcohol right now is going to be the flu. And if you go to any emergency department in this town, or pretty much any town in this country, you're going to find that the majority of people there over New Year's are there because of flu-related illnesses. That's everything from cough, sore throat, congestion, fever, body aches. The real recommendation is if you've got it, just stay home. I know you want to go out and enjoy yourself, but it's not going to help. And unfortunately, there's not much that medicine can do to help those with the flu.
Right, and is there anything else that people should know? How can they stay healthy during the holidays?
Absolutely. One of the biggest things that we see is when people feel sick, they stop taking their medications. My recommendation is take your medications. If you can keep down your pills, please take them. Not taking your medications takes a bad problem and it makes it significantly worse. Also, eat less, drink less, and call an Uber.
Very, very important to stay safe, and moderation is key. Thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
Yeah, it's our pleasure too, and we'll be right back after the break.